it might be the end of August, y'all, but the harvest is not over. Hello, and welcome to Kim's Cozy Corner. I'm Kim, and we're going to harvest. We got a lot to harvest. I was just checking on my Brussels sprouts to see if we were going to harvest Brussels sprouts, but that's got to wait for another day because we just finished doing some garden maintenance, and now we need to get all of these vegetables that are ripe out. So while I was doing garden maintenance, we were able to get quite a bit of the carrots out. But outside of the carrots, I picked up a few vegetables here or there, but now it's time for us to harvest the rest of the carrots as well as the rest of the tomatoes, among other things. So we're going to just jump right in. And yes, Miss Charlie is going to help us. She's going to help with those carrots. And so she will take that over while I'm working on the rest of the vegetables. We are done getting all of the dead stuff out, and we're going to harvest some more carrots, and I'm going to harvest some more vegetables. And so I will just keep bringing the vegetables over here so you can see what I'm doing. And Charlie's going to harvest all of these carrots out of this GreenStalk vertical planter right here. So we'll just get to it. Look at that. Boy, they look good. They look really good. Boy, these things right here are so big. Look at that. Aren't they huge? They're paste tomatoes and they're huge. I may have the wrong basket again. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. And y'all, this one right here is called a pineapple. Isn't that pretty? I can't remember if I've harvested any pineapples or not, but this is definitely a pineapple.
Red and orange.
Yeah.
And yellow.
One more cucumber. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, look at that.
Long but skinny.
Whoa. Is the pocket even that long? This is almost as deep as the pocket. All right. A couple good tomatoes. And then these tomatoes are rotten. They are rotten on top. But what we can do is put this in the composter, in the new kitchen composter, and we can turn this into compost. So we'll put it right here and turn it into compost. All right. There's a little bit of okra. I gotta find another container. Okra. Y'all, I got ahead of myself. I forgot all of my cherry tomatoes back here. And they are super ripe, and they are done for the season. Oh, they're just falling. They are overripe, super ripe, done. They've called it quits, and that's okay. Oops. They've done very well. They're falling everywhere. My plants are completely dead. You know what? I take it back. There's a couple plants over here that's looking pretty good. Okay. One more cherry tomato area. If there's anything back there. I snack on this plant, y'all. Might not be nothing back here. Look like some animals snacking on it too. I'm not the only one snacking. I bet when I come back from my trip, and I'm only gone about 3 or 4 days, it's gonna be full of ripe cherry tomatoes. So we still got plenty coming in. I don't have to worry about that. Okay, all right. So not a whole bunch of cherry tomatoes, but they're in there if you can see them. Let's turn it this way. Cherry tomatoes and peppers. That's what we got in here. All those pretty colors. So we're gonna go ahead and move over and pick lots and lots of peppers. And then the only thing left, I believe, are more green beans, but let's get the peppers first. So we are over to the peppers. I have one of my habanadas that has completely died back. So we will get all of the habanadas off of there. And y'all, these habanadas are delicious. Ooh, we put it on a salad. It was so good. And my mom didn't think that I was killing her, so we were good in that state as well. This is a red shishito habanadas, and they're red. And I am intentionally letting them turn red. They're like jalapenos, but no heat. And so when I make my hot sauce, I want a red hot sauce. And to get a red hot sauce, you need red peppers. So that's why I'm letting my habanadas turn red. And I will throw one or two in there for just a little bit of heat. Can't have hot sauce if it's not hot. I didn't know that habanadas, not habanadas, what is it? Yeah, habanadas grew so well. I mean, these things went crazy. I mean, they are full. They're the best producing pepper in my garden. And this is the first year that I've grown them, but they did really, really well. And y'all, I love growing peppers in my green stalks. That will definitely be where I continue to grow all of my peppers, except for hot peppers. Hot peppers, we will put them in a bed or a pot or something, but not in my green stalks. I want to continue to live in my house. I don't want my family to put me out of my own house. Now look at that. This is a King of the North, I think. Yeah, King of the North, bell pepper. Nice, thick, blocky wall pepper. There's some thunderbolts, y'all. I love this pepper. My favorite pepper, thunderbolts. Now I fertilized these a couple days ago, yesterday, I don't know. My days are kind of running together. A couple of days ago, and they looking good. I can see the leaves trying to turn green. They had got kind of a real light yellow color, and they're now starting to turn green, getting full again. These are Zulu. I think they're all Zulu. These are all some type of yummy. The yellow yummies look just like the orange yummies to me, but they're all sweet snacking peppers. Some of them are so small, it's like one bite is the whole pepper. All right, so more yummies here. Yummies. Now this is my Pippin Golden Honey. They start off purple and then they turn this orange color. And I haven't picked them orange before. I've only picked them purple, so they should be even sweeter now. Costa Rica. One more Costa Rica, but looks like a bug has gotten in it. So we're gonna have to open it up and see what's going on with that one. But that's it for peppers. Now we're gonna go get those green beans and we're gonna call it. Man, these squash bugs are everywhere. Since I got rid of the squash, these bugs are everywhere. They're crawling, they don't know where to go and they don't know what to do because I took their home. But anyway, before I grab the beans, I thought I'll check on my hot peppers and see how they're doing. I just recently started harvesting the hot peppers because I want them red because I'm only going to be using them for hot sauce. Only for hot sauce. So picked a couple paprikas, and a paprika is not that hot, but it's got a little bit of spice to it, but it's a really, really nice flavor. I got a couple red jalapenos, the real deal, not that fake stuff. This got the heat. And the longer you leave your jalapenos on the vine, the hotter they get. And I wanted mine red, and they are red. And then I do have some Greek peppers here. I mean, they're not super spicy, but they got a little bit of spice to them. So these are Greek, and I always say it wrong, so I always just say Greek peppers. So now we're going to harvest Green beans. Green beans growing on a vine. That's what pole beans are. I had a viewer ask me because I didn't explain it, and I apologize for that. But these are Blue Lake green beans, and they're growing on a vine, which I think is the more traditional way to grow beans. But over the years, they've been doing hybrids and stuff to get it on a bush to make it easier to harvest. When you think about farmers and how they need to harvest their beans with the great big old farm equipment and everything, growing beans like this isn't the best use of space, and that equipment can't pick it up this way. So that's when the bush bean became a big deal. For me, I prefer these. I think they taste better. Um, and the plants last all season. They usually come in a little later than your bush beans, which is typically for me fine. But then once they come, they don't stop. And I just started harvesting these like the end of July. I had a rabbit. The rabbit came in and took all of my stuff. I kept replanting and kept replanting. I put some fencing up. After I put the fencing up, the rabbit never got back to them. And I only have 8 plants. I have 8 pole bean plants, and I have harvested at least a meal so far. 1 meal, but that's it. But if the weather stays nice, which hopefully it will for quite a bit longer, I will get plenty of pole beans. Last year, I was getting beans from back here, ooh, what, October? So I'm hoping I can continue to harvest pole beans from back here. Now, I am getting green beans. I chose the wrong basket. Y'all, I got a basket with holes in it trying to pick beans. I'm going to switch this up in a minute here. I do have other green beans in the garden. They're just bush beans and not green, not pole beans. Guess what? The rabbit took all of those initially too. So a very late start on my green beans, but I had purple beans, I had yellow wax beans, so I had plenty of beans to eat. And now we're going to get plenty of green beans. I want to pick them as good as best I can because I know mom's not going to come out here and do it because she's going to say, I ain't want them. I didn't feel like it. And that's going to be okay. When mom don't want to do it, I don't make her do it. Trying to see how many are falling through. Y'all, let me go change my basket. I'll be back. Like, man, that was a rookie move. I know better than to try to pick green beans in a wire basket. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, let's see how many more we need to get here. The weather has been beautiful, and I do mean beautiful. We have been in the low 70s for almost a week. I'm gonna be honest with you, a couple of days, did it even get up to 70? I don't know. We had some mornings in the 50s, which, y'all, we're in August. We shouldn't have any mornings in the 50s, but that's okay. But since the weather has been so nice, I've been trying to get the garden in shape. And since I'm home, I can get the garden in shape. So when I'm away, I don't feel so bad leaving the garden to my family. And I will be away starting tomorrow. And guess what's going to happen? It's going back up to 90 degrees. I leave, the temperature goes up to 90 degrees, which means my family is going to have to water more. And my mom's just going to say, I don't want to. And that's okay. She doesn't have to. Anyway, let's get all of the big ones so that they're not super big when I come back. You don't know. I don't know. She might be nice. She might harvest for me. And if not, that's okay. That's okay. All right. I think, oh, see, there's some down here. I'm looking up high and there's some down low. I think that's the 80 for the 20 or something like that is how you say that saying. I'll mess the saying up. But I think we got it, y'all. Let's move over and pick the rest of these beans. And I want to tell y'all just how good my mom is. Y'all are not going to believe. I haven't really shared this about my mom here recently, but I am going to share today because I asked her permission and she told me that I could share this with you. So I'm going to harvest these flat beans from over here. These are green beans as well, but they're just flat. And I've been harvesting on these every 2 or 3 days at this point. But that's what we're going to harvest next. I'm going to put them on this other side over here. I'm going to keep them separate. You know, I'm always picking about my mom being, 74 and she's cutting the grass and trimming the edges and, you know, watering when she wants to water, which is quite all right. My mother's 74 years old, y'all, and she had triple bypass heart surgery on March 26th. On March 26th, March, April, May, June, July, August, that was 5 months ago. Within 3 months, y'all, she was cutting grass. Mm, 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 mm. When I'm 74, y'all, that's how I want to be. That's how I want to be. 74 years old, cutting grass, trimming edges. I mean, she doesn't stop. She doesn't stop. Her work ethic, with the exception of watering my garden, is unreal. And so I respect her so much. That work ethic, I'm hoping I got my work ethic from her, because she's amazing. Triple bypass heart surgery. Triple. Triple. And out here weed eating and cutting grass. Y'all, I tell you what, she is a strong person. That's a strong woman right there for you. Anywho, that's why I'm always saying, she's cutting grass and I put by choice. Or she's weed eating by choice, or washing the car by choice. Because if she don't want to do it, she don't have to do it. At least that's my goal anyway. I don't want her to have to do anything. She's done so much for me as I've grown up, and it's my turn to return that gift back to her for doing for her. So anyway, I thought I'd just tell you that quick little bit of information while I'm harvesting these beans here. I have to kind of watch her though, because she get a little cut happy with that weed eater and the lawnmower and stuff. She get to cut and she'll cut everything. But anyway, thought I'd share a little bit of that information with you. So when I'm talking about my mom, I try to keep in mind she's 74. And it wasn't that long ago, y'all, she was having triple bypass heart surgery. Amazing, amazing, amazing. She is so blessed. Now I have a different type bean back here. Blooms are going crazy. I got little baby beans back here, but these are not ready yet, I don't think. Nope. Nope. The only ones ready are the wide flat beans. These still aren't quite ready. I don't know though, but by the weekend, y'all, we might have them. By the weekend. So basically, all of these beans are coming off of just a couple plants because my Roma 2s didn't come up very well. And so they're all off of just a couple plants. All right, let's go to one other area. Let's see what we got though. I didn't show you. Let's check this harvest out. There is a little bit of bug damage, but the bugs are on the run, so we'll see what happens. And I just picked these just a couple of days ago, so there shouldn't be too many there. But every time I pick, the pole beans are getting bigger and bigger from a harvest standpoint, and then the flat beans are about the same every time, but it's only 2 plants. So let's go pick this last area. So we're gonna pick another wide flat bean, dragon tongue. And y'all, I've picked so many beans before. I will stop talking. I will just harvest and try to harvest as quickly as I can. All right, y'all, here it is. There are my dragon tongue beans. And so beans, hot peppers, I had to keep them separate. And I found a couple more tomatoes that we'll need to put with the rest of the harvest. But I think that's it for beans. I do have beans in my green stalks, but they're not ready yet. So we won't have to worry about them just yet. All right, y'all, I'm tired. We're done. This is the end of part 2. I got the harvest in. We got all the carrots and they've already been washed. Little Charlie took care of washing the carrots for me. A whole basket of tomatoes. All kinds of peppers and cucumbers and okra. Disgusting. That's the sweet peppers there. I got my hot peppers with my beans. So that gives us a grand total. Which side we're going to put it on? I think we're going to put it on this side today. That's a grand total of everything that I harvested today and the total weights for everything that I harvested today. You know, I had a few people say, hey, how is it you're still harvesting when they don't have anything coming in right now? And I want to just leave with this one tip. If the temperatures are above 90, above 95 in the 100-degree range, your plants are not going to put blooms on. They're not going to put blooms on. They're just trying to survive. So you're going to need that temperature to come down a little bit before your plants will start blooming again. But disease is always there, right? So you can still get disease on your plants even though they're not putting blooms on. So keep those things in mind as we get through these last pieces of summer. But that was my totals for the day. We're going to end right here. That sun is beating on my head and it's hot. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up, turn on notifications, and subscribe. And don't forget to share with your friends and families and loved ones. But that's it. So until next time, and I hope there will be a next time that you hang out with me, Kim, at Kim's Kozy Korner. Bye. That's a wrap. It is hot.